Hello, everybody. We're live again today with our physiotherapist from Milan, Julia.
Hello, everybody.
And today we're going to talk about another very important problem which exists in a lot of people, and about you can say 20 to 23 people, 23 percentage of people have neck problems in the world, and also about 11 percentage I think believe are like have to stay home because of this issue, right?
Yes, actually 11% of the absentees at work is related to neck pain. That means that your neck, the pain that you're having in your neck, is so intense that you cannot even go out from the house and you cannot go to work.
Right. So it's that bad that you can't go out, and it's affecting the quality of your life, and it's affecting how you move and how you interact with people. So today we thought of doing something related to everybody's life, and we're going to show you how you can injure your neck, and what would be a good exercise or physical therapy that can help with the pain and how to manage the pain.
Sure. Yeah, we can talk about neck pain, also how to prevent neck pain. Because as you correctly said, neck pain is so common problem in our life.
Right.
At least 23% of the people around the world experience neck pain at least one time in their life.
Right.
So how we can avoid to be in these 23%?
Right.
I will show you some exercise, and also we will see some exercise to help to reduce neck pain while you're having, and we will see two different kinds of neck pain.
Fabulous. That's great.
That's the program.
That's great. And we're going to show you 3 types of each exercise, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
And the total number of exercises we're going to show them is 3 or
6.
6.
So 3 for musculoskeletal neck pain and 3 for a neck pain with radiculopathy. Radiculopathy means when your neck pain is radiate to your arms. So
so that is also possible that you can have like neck pain going all the way to your arms.
Yes, of course. And this is probably the neck pain that cause most of the disability related to this problem. So absentees at work, migraine, and other important let's say disability.
Okay. All right.
So let's start talking about the most common neck pain. Okay, this one with the radiculopathy, it's very intense, it's very severe, but it's not the most common. The most common one is just a specific neck pain. That means a pain that is just related to the area of the back of the neck. Sometimes can radiate to the shoulder, bilateral shoulder, or more to one shoulder than the other. Okay, so you can experience the pain more centralized or more spread. And you can also feel some tension in your muscle. Mostly is in trapezius muscles. They are the muscles that are above our shoulder, and you can feel like also a compression, like if something is pressing on your shoulder. It's like if you're wearing a bag all the time.
Right.
So some good exercise for reduce this tension is start to mobilize the neck and increase the range of motion of your neck when you experience that. We will see right now. Okay. First exercise, very easy. We will do next to the door. Yeah.
So we're just going to show you the exercise, and you need a wall for that. So we're going to use a wall right here, and it's gonna help with your neck issues. And we're just going to move a little bit.
Okay, thank you. So as you can see from my neck, physiologically we have a curve here. Our neck is not straight. As a little curve, a convexity that change in a concavity that change in a convexity.
Right.
This
is
called
it's not straight. There is a slight curve to it.
Yeah. This is called lordosis, and that goes in a kyphosis in our upper back.
Okay.
So the first exercise will be for increase the straightening of the upper side of our neck and reduce the tension in the muscles that are just here above our neck. Okay?
Right.
So it will be a chin, it's called chin in and chin out.
Okay.
It's better to do against the wall because so you will have a feedback and you will be aware to not go too much forward. Otherwise, you will have a protraction of the neck increase too much and you can have pain if you're doing it.
Okay.
So the correct way for doing the exercise is stay with your shoulder against the wall and push your chin in and release.
All right.
Chin in and release. In this way, we will stretch the supracubital muscles.
Okay.
You will feel a little bit of tension. It's fine. Don't worry.
So basically your chin goes sort of inside and then it goes sort of outside.
Yeah.
And it's better if you're like against the wall because it's easier for your posture.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And you will feel, and you will stretch the muscle above the first muscle and the first vertebra of your neck. Okay? And usually I suggest to repeat at least 20 times if you don't have pain. Also here, the pain should not be more than 3 out of 10. Okay, when I do the exercise.
Can I try this? Because it's quite strange the way.
Sure.
So what is it? So basically you just go against the wall.
Okay. Yeah, your shoulder well against the wall and you push your chin in. Perfect.
Is that
you have to feel here straightening. Yes.
Okay. I got it.
Good.
Because I was quite strange. So I thought I'll see how it is, and it's not hard at all. It's exactly the way she's telling us. Exactly the way.
Yeah, it's very easy. You can do it, and it's very safe also. So this is the first exercise for the upper part of our neck. Now I will show you an exercise for the lower part of our neck. So when you have more pain here in C7, this is the lower vertebra, and T1, the first thoracic vertebra. So you have to put your hands on the wall, and if you have to go keep 50 centimeter distance from the wall to your feet, and you have to go forward, close your shoulder, almost touching the wall with your face, your nose, and go back. Okay, so it's like a push up on the wall, very easy. Keep your hands at the same level of the shoulder and try to keep your shoulder down. So don't do that. Otherwise, you will increase the strength, the spasm in the trapezius muscle. Why this exercise is important? Because when you're going forward, you are straightening your lower cervical area. Also, when you're closing your shoulder and keep your shoulder down, you are strengthening the muscle, the scapular stabilizer, that are the muscle around your scapula. And these muscles are stronger. You will reduce the spasm in the trapezius and the elevator of the scapula, that are the muscle above your shoulder. So, if it's something you pull it down, this muscle will have to release. They cannot bring your shoulder up, because usually the typical posture when you have neck pain is raise up your shoulder and stay in a protective posture. Okay, so this is the second exercise that I always suggest, and I have good result when I'm using it. Third exercise, stretching, because as we said, most of the time we experience muscle spasm in these areas. So trapezius, this is the big muscle around our that goes from our neck to our shoulder, and the small muscle that is here. Usually, when you have pain in the elevator of the scapula, this is the other muscle, you feel pain exactly in this point. Right, yes. Okay, is above the medial superior angle of the scapula. Okay, so I will show you the elevator of the scapula stretching. That is the most frequent muscle that is cause of the pain, for neck pain. And you have to raise up one elbow, and then with the other hand on your neck, you have to pull down the neck and watching your armpit. You have to feel the stretching here, exactly where I was telling you. Okay. And you have to keep the position for at least 20 seconds.
Right. That's quite an interesting position.
Yeah. And then you can repeat to the other side too.
Okay.
Also here the pain should not be too elevated, but even if you experience a pain between 5, 4 out of 10, it's fine, no problem.
Okay. And are we going to use the wall?
No, no, right.
Okay, so you guys can see how the exercises that we're doing, and I think it's quite, it's not that difficult, right? It's easy to do. I'm just gonna try this one that you just did right now.
Yeah.
So you went like this.
Yes.
Right? And then like
the head on your head. Yes, you're good. And then pull your head down.
Okay.
And in the direction of your armpit.
Okay, so am I doing it right, or
you feel the tension?
Yes.
If you don't feel it, pull it more. Okay.
No, I feel the tension on this.
The elbow on the opposite side should be up, because in that way you will stabilize your scapula.
And then
you will repeat it again.
Am I going right?
This hand here.
Okay.
And you pull your hand down.
Okay. Yeah, I can feel the whole stretch in this part of my body and this part.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's how it works.
It's great. Yeah. So that's cool.
So this is when you have just a pain related to this area. Sometimes that when there is when the pain in the neck is associated with the pain in your arm, you can have a radiculopathy. What is a radiculopathy? Is an entrapment of the nerve that can be caused from a disc bulge in your neck, or an entrapment of the nerve in the peripheral area caused to the muscle spasm. So what does it mean? Your muscles are so tight, are so contract that they can cause a compression of the nerve. And then you experience pain, numbness, loss of sensation sometimes. Sometimes you cannot feel very well your fingers or part of your palm.
Yeah, I heard about some numbness in the fingers.
Yeah, it's very common.
Because of your neck.
Yeah, it can be a different cause, but if you have neck pain, it's very probably that you have an entrapment of nerve.
Okay.
So what we should do in a case of radiculopathy, the very safe exercise that you can start even if you are in very intense pain is a nerve sliding. So the first important thing you should do is get your nerve free. So move your nerve from the central area to the peripheral area. How you will do? The best position is supine position, so lay down on the bed. Now I will show you. And make your nerves slide. Our nerves start from, as I told you, from the central spine, and in particular the medial nerve is going back to our arms, forearm, and then to our palms. So for our frontal part to our forearm, and then our palm. So for stretching it, we have to do this movement. Extension of the elbow and extension of the wrist. Okay, I will show you again. Here you can see better. We will repeat the same exercise in the supine position.
Alright, I did know one lady, she had, her problem with the neck is that she had an accident and she can't go like this. You know?
She can go.
She can't. She just stays like, this. Even if when I do yoga with her, her neck, it basically stops right here. She cannot do this thing.
Okay. So if she had a car accident, she probably had a whiplash. And after a whiplash, you can experience a very strong muscle tension.
She said she had a whiplash.
A very strong muscle tension in your trapezius and the neck muscles. Okay. So it's a little bit different. In that case, gentle mobilization is more related to the previous exercise that we did. Okay.
All right.
It works better.
Well, you can
but
see.
if she was feeling numbness, these exercises are good too, because even if when you have a musculoskeletal neck pain, if you have numbness in your arm and pain in your arm, this exercise is fine.
All right.
So as I showed you before, supine position, so your neck will be more relaxed. 90 degrees of abduction, your hands on your shoulder, you open your elbow and you open your wrist. Okay? And don't turn your neck, otherwise you will go to compress the nerve if you have this bulge. So try to keep your neck straight and looking up. Okay. At least 20 repetitions. Even if you have pain only one arm, you can repeat the exercise also to the opposite upper limb. Why? Because our nerves are connected with to the spinal cord. So even if you're doing the exercise on the opposite side, you can have an effect and result on the side that you are on pain. Okay. Second exercise, when you have radiculopathy with a disc bulge, actually, when you have a spinal, when you have a foramina compression, is doing a side bending on the opposite side of the side where you have pain. So let's say I have pain on my right side, you have to do a next side bending on the left side. Why? Because our vertebra have two small canals, two small holes where the roots of the nerves are coming out. So when you are doing the side bending, we are going to open these holes where the nerves are bringing the signal, and we release the nerve.
Okay.
So very gentle side bending on the opposite side of the pain.
Okay.
It's very easy to remember because when you have neck pain with radiculopathy, if you do like this, you will jump. You will feel such a bad pain.
Okay.
So I suggest to do this side bending movement on the supine position to don't let the tension of your muscles increase the pain when you're moving. Instead, if you feel okay, you can do also in the standing or sitting position. Remember, don't do the turning. Turning is different than side bending. Side bending means I look forward and I just tilt my head on one side. So my eyes are still looking on the same wall or whatever. Okay, not the rotation. The rotation will close partially the foramina. Okay. So this is the second exercise that I usually suggest. It is very
wonderful.
That is very good for
beneficial. All right. And it seems like it's very easy also. I'm just gonna check the messages. Maybe somebody could be asking us a question because neck pain is something that almost everybody has knows somebody who has a neck issue. And just go ahead if there's anything else.
And he said another gentle exercise when you have radiculopathy is start also moving the scapula and your shoulder. There's an exercise you can start as soon as you in the first days of pain. So you have to see, and you can do also in the office because we remember, as we said, is a cause of absentees at work. But then you have to start to go back to work, of course. And one of the first causes of the pain is also the posture, the prolonged sitting position, as we said before, for the low back pain. So this exercise you can do very easy also at work. You just have to push your shoulder back, contract the muscles that are in between your scapula, close the scapula and bring your scapula down.
I'm just going to be a little bit closer so that they can see your movement.
Scapula backward and release. I will show you also on the lateral side. Maybe if I stand is better, or in the back. You have to close your shoulder, feel the muscle here in between your scapula, working, contracting, and then relax. You can do also when you're standing. Also, we'll bring your shoulder back, and if you do it for a while, you will feel your upper back more straight, more relaxed. You will not struggling to stand up straight. So it's a good exercise also for the posture. Even if we said before that the good posture doesn't exist, it's just prolonged posture that are.
There was one more question I had. In yoga and everything, other exercises, we are told like beforehand there used to be this exercise. I'm just going to show it over here. So we when we were a lot of years before, we heard that for the neck the normal exercise is like the full rotation. But now they say that you should not go full rotation, you should go half rotation. So what is that information? Is that information correct or?
It's okay. There are not movement that you really have to avoid. If you don't have neck pain, there are no movement that you should not avoid. The only movement that you should avoid is like prolong. If you repeat the movement 100 times every day.
Okay.
If you do 100 times every day,
That's bad.
you will experience pain.
Of course.
Instead,
if you're normal, it's okay.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
What's happening if you do a lot of timed extension? You can clench a little bit your if you have a disc bulge, you can have pain. So it's easier to go just forward, because usually we are used to look more down and more forward, think about our phone, our life, what we do during our daily activity, cooking. We look forward and down most of the time. So looking back usually is a little bit more harder, but we should not stop to do it. Otherwise, your body will get stuck to wherever it is. Yeah, we will be harder and harder. So I couldn't continue to do. I suggest, if you don't have neck pain, do it. Instead, if you experience neck pain, for sure, this movement will be much easier. Alright. So it's good to start.
Basically, if you're normal, then you should. Then all movement is okay, and you should do it. But of course, if you have some problem and something is not good, then you should be.
Yeah, this one will be easier for you.
Alright, I can continue with.
So what I can say now, we talk about when you have neck pain. What I would like to add to our conversation is that how we should prevent neck pain.
That's very important. Prevention is always better than cure. So I think this is a very important topic. Yeah.
So good exercise for prevent neck pain. If you work a lot, if you stay a lot on the cell phone, so 100% of us, you should do that.
Cell phone issues.
We are all on the phone.
You know, that is a big problem for the neck, and all the arms, start hurting.
Yeah, so this should be our exercise routine. So very easy exercise. You put your hands behind your back and you extend your shoulder. Okay? When you're doing that, you have to close the shoulder, your scapula, and then release. Okay? You will see this part of my neck getting straighter. Okay? Why that is important? Because usually when we look down, this curve is increased. You will see sometimes, you can see sometimes people with a little fatty ball here.
Yes.
That's happening when you start having a dysfunction, it's called, of C71, that is this lower area of our neck. To prevent this is painful and anesthetic too, if I have to be honest.
Right.
This exercise is very good. Okay. Usually 20 repetitions. If you have pain, just start with 10 and then increase progressively and try to arrive at 20 repetitions. Okay. Another good exercise is this. With your hands behind your head and your elbow up, open your elbow, close your shoulder, and release.
All right. And these exercises, they feel good when you're doing it. Like, at the time that you do it, it feels good with your body and your neck, as if it's very, very beneficial.
You feel also a little bit of stretching, but the most important things that you have to feel is a straightening of the upper chest and lower neck. Okay?
All right.
Another exercise to prevent the neck pain is the opposite movement of what we usually do. Like we said before, usually we look down and forward.
Yeah.
And sometimes also we turn left and right because we have to see, it's dirty there, or is that I have to do that. So let's do the opposite. Let's do the extension. Look up and the rotation. It will be a little bit hard.
Right.
But it's very good to prevent neck pain.
And
so we have to compensate what we usually do during our day. Extension and rotation.
Right, yeah.
This one is a bit hard. Let's start with 10, and like the other exercise, you can increase progressively.
Okay, great. So are we done with it?
Yeah, I think we're done. If there is
that's great. These exercises, I was just doing it on the side while Julia was telling us how to do it, and they actually really, they feel so good. It makes me feel like I'm exercising, or there's like a release of tension in the muscles, and So it does really feel good, and I think we all need this because, you know, especially with the lifestyle, like we spoke about,
Yeah.
it's just so difficult to, you know, be pain free, especially with your mobile phone and all these other issues. So, so this was basically today's session on neck pain. And of course, if you have any questions, you can message us, and you can follow Julia on her Instagram, which is mentioned below. What is, if you want to just shout out your Instagram?
It's called Physiotherapia Milano.
All right, Physiotherapia Milano, because she's from Milan, Italy. So that is the reason. And yes, you can follow her there. And next time we'll have something very interesting again for you. Let's see what we're gonna come up with on our next session. And hoping you guys enjoyed today's session. And
Yes, I hope you will like. Thank you so much for following.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.